Hi, I'm Barbara Hopkins, and I'm the Associate Vice President of Academic Affairs for Northern Virginia Community College. So this chapter is called Promoting Your Organization's Talent. So up to this point in the book, you've been learning about culture, you've been learning about how to develop this pipeline, how to develop your employees, but how do you get them to that next level? And how do you make sure that every employee has the same opportunity to get to the next level? As someone who's been a leader for the last 25 years, I've been progressively working with the staff that I've had. And over the years, I've learned a lot about what it takes in order to make sure that those staff members are not just good at the job that they do, but they're ready for the next job that comes along. So we know that a diverse group of people around the table makes for better decision making, right? And we know that there are people that we need to be supporting and promoting in our organizations. If we don't pay attention to that, we run the risk of losing those people to the competition or to other organizations. But there are ways that we can prevent that or at least mitigate that. And I think this chapter is going to help with figuring that out. And in this chapter, you're going to learn more about the obstacles that typically come around to promoting employees within your organization. I think if organizations are really honest, they will have to acknowledge that there are often employees who get left out of the promotional process. It's not intentional. Usually it's just something that we don't even think about. The truth is, when we talk about diversity, when we talk about inclusion, there are many ways that people can be left out, not just because of their race, because of their ability or disability, because of their gender, because of their background, their training. There are many ways that people are left out of processes and out of the conversation, out of the decision making and the contributions to an organization. And so we need to think broadly about inclusion, not just about race, but all of the ways that we can be leaving people out. And that takes some focus. In order to promote a process that makes the organization stronger, we've got to pay attention to who's not being at the table, who's not being invited to the table. We have to pay attention to those employees that are being left behind, not because they're not qualified, not because they don't have the ability to contribute greatly to our organization, but because somehow we're leaving them behind, we're leaving them out through bias or through a flaw in our process. In this chapter, the tool is meant as a guide. It's not going to tell you exactly what you have to do in order to make a better promotional process, but it's going to guide you on what you have to evaluate in your own organization. It's going to give you some steps, things to look for, and ways to figure out what is the best way to improve the promotional process in my own organization.